Hello and welcome to the video. Today we're looking at this really stunning May 2017 BMW 530d Xdrive. This is finished in Moonstone blue metallic, this vehicle, with just 54,400 and something miles, one owner from new, and very comprehensive full service history. And I say that because we've got every single bill that was kept on his the gentleman's computer, and he sent it all over. We've printed it all off for the next owner. It's going to take us quite a long time to go through and delete all of the address of the previous owner, which you have to do now with GDRP and all that sort of thing. But yeah, very comprehensive history. The car is in lovely condition. It's got an amazing amount of spec on it. Very nice drive. And we've done a few things to enhance the look of the vehicle and to make it look as sharp as the day it came out the showroom, basically. So let's get started. The video is designed to show you the condition and all the spec on the video, on the car. So the videos are quite long generally, so you can flick through as you want. If you go to the bottom of the YouTube window and click on the cog, you can then select the higher quality because the videos are taken in 4K. Then pause the video, about 30 seconds, let it buffer a little while, and then it should run nice and freely on your device and in a really nice quality. Okay, so as always, the vehicle has been machine polished, as are all the vehicles here at Prestige Diesels and Sports. We try our best to restore the paintwork back to its original condition, and in some cases even nicer. And on this particular vehicle, we've chosen to change the original grills. We've put some nice black gloss brand new grills in. We've also finished the mirrors in black, which I'll show you closer up as we go around the vehicle. And we've also re-powder coated and diamond cut all of the wheels professionally. They've not been smart repaired. They're usually done in an Orbit grey, but again, we've changed those to black gloss and had them diamond cut, lacquered, etc. You know, none of this is cheap to do, obviously, and that's why, you know, this car will sit above some of the others because of the condition and the way it's been prepared for the lucky next owner. Now let's come in close to the front. We've got parking sensors front and rear. We've got park assist. The car has the adaptive LED headlights as well, headlight wash. We've got the Parking Assistant Plus, which gives you the 360 cameras. You can see one of the cameras in between the two grills there in that little slot in the middle there. And if you look down at the bottom, we also have the radar. That's because it also has the adaptive cruise control with stop and go function. So I believe you can come down to a standstill and then it will pull away again in traffic. So let's move slowly around the front so you can get a good idea. Obviously at this sort of age and mileage, there were a few little tiny chips on the front. They have all been very meticulously flat and polished, touched in where necessary. If I just zoom in a bit, you might see a couple caught in the light. Very insignificant. The overall presentation of the car is beautiful. There are no ding dents or scratches anywhere. Now, if we look down the side of the vehicle, and that is my shoes, that noise, squeaking around, sorry about that. If we look down the side, look how true and clean those panels are. There's not been any paintwork that we're aware of. We can't see any from our inspection of the vehicle. It's all original. And if we come round the front, now it looks absolutely mint, this car. There were a couple of little tiny touch-ins that we did. Again, we don't just blob a bit of paint on there. We actually flatten them. We then apply a little bit of colour sometimes, a bit of lacquer, wait for it to harden, flatten it again and machine polish it. So you'll just see just where that reflection of the light is. See that, just catching that? But if I come back out, you can't see anything. Look at the shine on that bonnet. And then we've got the adaptive LED lights. Bring you in. If we come up onto the windscreen, the car also has heads-up display. Cameras. It's also got a dash cam. I think it's full HD and it's Black View cloud with Wi-Fi on the side by the looks of it. I would imagine it's quite a good system. The gentleman's replacing this with an Aston Martin DB11, which is not a cheap car. So he was a real car lover and really enjoyed this car. He said he was sad to see it go, but obviously he's got something quite exciting waiting for him to pick up. So good luck with your next car. Now, you can see the side profile of the car now. And we'll move back in and show you the view down the side. On this side, again, we've got a slightly different reflection this side. There's a lot more in the background, but if I come right in close, you'll see there are no dents. I've walked around the vehicle several times. There's no marks or anything. Now let's show you these wheels. So it's all new centre caps. We've also got the M Sport brakes, which are in blue. See if I can brighten that a little bit. And as I say, these are now finished in gloss black. Maybe if I come in. Now these are the 19s. Got black gloss finisher there, and obviously, the wing mirrors. You see the camera on the side there. Now these are the 19-inch wheels, and for me, the 20s, they're a very slightly different shape on the spoke, but not enough to worry about, because these would actually give the 19s a better ride, a more comfortable ride. And this vehicle also is fitted with the adaptive suspension, the variable damping system as well. And of course, being Xdrive, four-wheel drive system, rear camera on the back there. Just come out a little bit. I'll just zoom in. There we go. The condition is so good. So nice. Look at this across the boot lid. You come round like so. Look. It's just all of the rear lights, the headlights, everything gets machine polished. So they're really shiny. There's no, what people don't realise is under this lighting in the showroom, if you brought a car in from outside, you know, we get people turn up and say, oh, my car, you know, you don't need to do anything, just wash it and so. And then we bring it into the showroom and they're like, oh. And it's just covered in swirly scratch marks. And, you know, it's just from sponges, cloths. And you can see that the finish of this paintwork, as I say, it's like brand new again. So there's all the wheels. We're going to take it in for a service. I don't think it's quite due one, but the last service it had, the gentleman was told that the front brake pads were fine, etc. But I took a look and I thought, no, they weren't changing. They're not going to last that much longer. So it's having new front pads on the front as well. We've already ordered them. They're sat on the side over there. Okay, so all around the driver door handle is always a good place to check. No scratches there. The black gloss, everything's been machine polished. Now we've got keyless entry that will lock the car. It's a little serrated. Let me try and zoom in. That little serrated bit there locks the car. And then when you put your hand, oops, inside, it unlocks the car. In fact, what we'll do next, actually, is we'll pull the bonnet, so 2 pulls. So this is the 6-cylinder twin power turbo. Now, in some cases, twin power turbo means twin scroll, but on the 530, yeah, I think it is actually twin scroll turbo. I was going to say it's the 535 or the 540 that has 2 turbos, but around about 254 brake horsepower on this engine. They drive so well, they're so good on fuel as well. Look how nice and clean that engine bay is. So all these struts even, if you just look at all the nuts and everything in this engine bay, on a lot of cars, there would be sort of rust and stuff. If we look under the bonnet lid, look how clean this is. This is such a nice example. And like I say, we've just enhanced it. I think what we've done to it with the wheels, the mirrors and the grills has made it more sportier and also made it look a lot newer. If you put a private plate on it, there's no way you'd think it was a 17 plate. Just come down. Whoa, and nearly saved by the car behind me there. Come down here, give you that view again, and we'll come all the way around. I don't think we did this side properly, did we? Not from back here, maybe. Now we've also got the display key for this car, and I've forgotten to take it out the safe. So we have got it. I think there are 3 keys for this car. Let me just check. 2 keys plus display key. Yep, we've written it on the back of the key, look. So we've got 2 of these keys and the display key, which charges on the wireless charging panel inside the car. So let's open up the door. We'll take a look inside. First of all, let's just give you a view as you approach the vehicle. Best thing to do is check the seals down here. They're not all scratched, which they aren't. All the nice, the carpets are nice, and the mats. The leather seat. So we've got electric seat with electric lumbar as well, and bolsters. And the Harman Kardon sound system. All of the door card in immaculate condition. Got the lighting on the bottom, the puddle lights down there. And then we've got Harman Kardon speakers. If we just take another look inside, I'll show you more from the other side. Okay, let's take a look in the back. Again, oh, let me just show you the soft closed doors. I didn't do that. So, there you go. So they just pull themselves in. I'll do that one more time in case you missed it. So let's open up the back door. Door card. Harman Kardon. I'll tell you what the soft closed doors are really good for. If you have a young baby and you're trying to get them to sleep, because we've done this, and you've got your child seat in the back and you want to keep them asleep and you don't want to wake them up, and you've come from your friends and you've put them in the car, you've done everything really gently. The last thing you want to do is slam the door and wake them up. And those soft close doors, you just push them to and they do the rest for you. So they do have their uses. They're not just for that refinement. They are very handy. You can see that the back of the front seats are in really nice condition. In fact, what we'll do, we'll just quickly run round. We'll open this door. There's also lighting in the handles there. Just come back to this side. That's better. We've got a bit more light inside the vehicle. Just want to show you how clean the vehicle is. Just look everywhere. Isofix, headrests, center armrest, cup holders. Come around the other side. So door card again, no damage on this door card. The seal, all the way around the seal. If there was anything, any little damage or anything to point out, then I would have obviously showed you that. So if there's something that you feel that you've missed, by all means give us a call. But we do look around the vehicles first, see if there's anything worth pointing out. So I'm just going to shut that door. We will just shut this one as we come round. Oh, let's open the boot. So we've got the key in our pocket. I've just swept my foot under the boot and it has got the automatic boot operational foot pedal, they might call it, some people. So you can lock the boot from here, lock the whole car, or just close the boot lid. Now this is a rubber mat. This is a BMW one for a bit of protection. And this is part of the camera system, I believe, in here. Got some storage down here, the jack and tools, not jack, sorry, brace and tool. And then the seats drop down. You can pull this lever here and they'll 60-40 split. We look at the top of the back bumper. There is no damage along here. It's in really nice condition. So just come down, all the exhausts have polished up really nicely. There's no creases. The gentleman had parking off-road for several cars. I just got to swoop my foot under it again, and you'll see that closes down on its own. So there was, you know, not any reason for his car to get damaged, and he had a lovely office at home, so didn't, you know, no parking next to the curb. Add blue, of course, so much better for the environment. I think we did this door card, did we? I can't remember. But all lovely in there as well. Yeah, I think we were moving on to the driver's door, weren't we? There we go. This is the second video on the trot, and I've got one more to do after this, and it's nearly 7 o'clock on a Saturday evening when most of you are probably in the pub. So we have memory for the driver's seat. Got the buttons just there. We've got electric folding mirrors. And then this is the side that gets used obviously the most. And there is no damage down there. Electric seat again, and if we look closer at the driver's seat, all the leather in beautiful condition, as is the steering wheels, all in lovely condition, no rips, scratches or anything. Got auto lights, auto wipers. All of the black gloss interior is in nice. We've got the sport gearbox as well, paddle shift. So we're going to jump in. So it's keyless start. So before I forget, this is where the wireless tray is. This is where you can charge the display key. There's a USB-C there. And we've got some storage in here with another USB-C, little light in there. keep your phone in there. We've got auto hold on the gearbox. So if you put it into drive, press that. Okay, if I touch the throttle, it releases the brake, and then press down and it will hold. I've taken my foot off the pedal. We'll just move back a fraction to where we were. So the mileage, 54,418. Okay, next thing we're going to look at, because I forgot this in the last video, is we've got the heads-up display. So this is the screen that reflects onto the windscreen. If I use the buttons on the steering wheel, it means that when you're driving, you can view DAB channels, or when your phone's linked to your phone. It will also show you the navigation, the speed limit of the road, the speed that you're doing. Okay. And using the, well, let's zoom out, sorry. This is where you use the adaptive lights to bring on the lights. And the BC button there. Oh, put the indicator on by accident. That changes the screen down at the bottom there. This is the digital screen, etc. And because we've just put it into reverse, you can see that we've got, let's just turn this fan down. This is the 360 display. This is the Parking Assistant Plus. Let me just put my glasses on. Now this view here is really handy for when you're parking and you've stopped, and you can see if there's enough room. If you've got cars either side of you, you can tell whether there's enough room to open the doors. So we've got the rear camera here. This is the surround view. You'll see over here, we've also got car wash. Don't put it in the car wash, it will get scratched. Wash it by hand, the car shouts. So don't use this one. Okay, we can change the brightness, and then if we go over here, we can look at different views around the car. Now we also have gesture control. So I'm just going to see if I can get this to work. I know I've turned it on. There we go. So using this hand signal, there's sensors above up here. I nearly did something wrong there. So if you swipe this way, then release your hand and swipe like that, you can spin it around. And everyone out the side of the car will be thinking, does this guy think he's a magician? Or this lady thinks they're a magician. But you'll know what you're doing. But everyone else, I think you're all weird. Okay, so that's quite handy. Oh dear, I think I'm going mad. So that was in, let me just check. So that's reverse, let me just check. So you can, oh yeah. So you can also, I think, it's weird because I've just done this so that's the rear view camera. If we put it in drive, we've got the front view. So this is looking at the front of the view. The front, it tells you at the top, obviously. Rear view, side, and then auto is where, and I think what also happened, this is the one I wanted. So if you're not wanting to use the gesture control, you can use this one. And I've used this today when reversing back to the wall earlier. So really, really clever. And then the parking, auto parking. Now, I'm not sure what level of parking this one does because I haven't done this one, but a lot of them now will do pretty much everything. This one might not do the gear change, I haven't tried it, but if you come in, we'll quite happily show you how that works, but it's very clever, very clever. Okay, so I've just pressed the camera button down here, and you can change it down there. So let's move on from there. So let's turn that off. The next thing I'd like to show you is the adaptive cruise control, because that is an optional extra. Now if we go into Eco Pro, we've got standard and individual. Coasting, this is where you can get the full benefit of fuel economy. If you have all these ticked, it brings the climate control, the light and sight into like an economy setting. But you can also adjust the damping from sport to comfort, and also the steering. Now, a lot of the BMWs, they have pictures and you think it's changing things, but unless it has the writing there, adaptive at this age, then it won't have that feature. So we've got comfort, and then if we go to sport, we've got standard sport, and then we've got sport displays. If we come back, whoops, sport, there we go. If we configure the individual, we've got the damping, the steering, now engine as well, and transmission. Also on the transmission, because we've got the sport transmission, when we come back into drive, we can flick it, over to the left, which puts it into sport manual mode, or sport. S1, this is, you'll see also the colours change for a sportier red finish. S1 is automatic sport. As soon as we knock it backwards or forwards, or use the paddles up here, it goes into manual mode. So to take it out of manual mode, flick it back over to the right drive. Sometimes if you're unsure what you've done, just flick the gears, the gear paddle over to the left, back to the right, and that will put it into auto mode for you. Okay, so we've got touchscreen, obviously. So by pressing up here, we've got the media. I'm trying to remember now, if this hasn't got the Apple CarPlay, I believe because it has the Wi-Fi, we can get it fitted quite easily. I don't think you can have Android at this age. Got your navigation, enter new address. This is where you can it's all the thinking that I'm doing while trying to talk
on the display. When leaving, please turn right.
At the same time. Right, map views, etc. This is where you can actually save map views. If we press and hold one of these buttons, we can assign that view, there we go, to the top. If you want a different map view in direction of travel, we could assign that to number 6. We can also assign people's telephone numbers to these buttons, and then as you just run your finger over them, you'll see they come up at the top of the screen there. Also, this has ionic. This is a better air conditioning. You've got in the glove box, if we take out, you can put cassettes of air fresheners, 2 different ones in there, and then close that, and then it will throw that scent out into the car. This display is a little bit nicer. You can synchronize everything. There we go. Unidentified cartridge, because we've opened it up. So the other thing I just wanted to check for you, if we went into media, Bluetooth audio. Yeah, I don't think there is Apple CarPlay in here, but it can be done. It's probably about £180 from memory. We're going to go into vehicle status, and we can see that the AdBlue is here, the range. We're going to go into car, service history, and you'll see all of the service history in there is all BMW, all the way through. Let's just check out these last couple. Rear brake pads, well, we're just about to do the front, so we'll have all new brake pads, and I think we're doing an oil change as well from memory. Oil change, it's got 8,000 miles left, but we're going to do another one. So we use premium oil for all of our cars, MIRROS lubricants. They blend all the oils for Shell, Castrol, etc. The actual oil company. Okay, down here, I'm sort of going from one thing to the other. This is where we can set the cruise control, and we can set, I'm just gonna see if there's a picture. Is it on the heads-up display? Don't know, let's try. Okay, so that's come back down here. Whoa. Sorry for this very amateur photography of videography or video. But this is where we can set the speed and then set the distance behind the vehicle in front. I think we've pretty much, I mean, there's so much in the iDrive. We've got gesture control. We can do that to turn the sound up. If I move back out the way, let me just pull this camera out. If I go to media, where's radio? Radio, media, there you go, tab, for example. So that's what the gesture control can do. It can do various different things. And we've done the gearbox, we've done that. I think we've pretty much covered everything. We've done the cameras. Okay, we've done the gearbox. Okay, so let's jump back out. Obviously, we're going to take some pictures of the car, so you can go through those. But a really, really lovely example. I think you'd be hard pushed to find another 530 out there as nice as this one with a lovely spec on it. Zoom in and show you those adaptive LED lights. So there we have it, our BMW 530d Xdrive. If you want any finance, we've got 9.4% with Santander. We get no commission on this rate. If we're unable to get that rate for you, the next rate up is, I think, 9.9. Some of the other companies do give us a small amount of commission. It's not very much. We've tried to keep our finance rates as low as possible. We've also got some really good warranty packages. You can take up to 4 years. So please ask us about that. And yeah, please get in touch. Love to show you around the car and hopefully find a new owner. Thanks for watching now. Take care. Bye.